Hi everyone, my name is Marianne Paiva, and I probably know most of you since you are all graduating seniors. If I don't say it again before the end of the semester, congratulations on graduating. Like I said, I probably know most of you. You've probably had a class with me, or you've probably heard about me, something, I don't know. But I just want to say welcome to this class. This is Public Sociology, which is Sociology 441, and is our capstone class here at Chico State. It's also a writing intensive class, and it is a very small class, 25 students per section, and I have two sections this semester, and y'all are sharing a Blackboard Learn environment. And so should have pretty similar experiences since you're all sharing a Blackboard Learn environment. Let me think here. I want to say welcome. This is the first semester that I've taught this class, but I've been teaching here at Chico State for 15 years. And I've been teaching in our distance education program for 4 or 5 years, no longer than that, 5 or 6 years. And I teach both face-to-face, online, I think. I teach asynchronously for this class, which means that there will be no live lectures that you have to attend for this class. I've already gotten several emails from people saying, when are we meeting? I chose to do this class asynchronously because just the time we're in, with the campus shutdown and people having not as great access as we normally would in the semester, I wanted to make sure that you all were going to be able to get through this class and not kind of have to worry about it. The other thing is I really like having things recorded so that way I don't say weird things, although it happens still, and that I can close caption everything for you. And so, and then you can watch it on your own. I understand you all are, you're spread out all over. Number one, you're not here on campus. You're not even here in Chico, likely. And so, and you're doing things like juggling kids and work and all of these other things because we're not in a normal time on campus. And so, I understand that, and I wanted to make this class as easily accessible for you as possible. And I also trust you all. You all are graduating seniors, which means that you understand that you need to do the work. And so I'm going to give you some, asynchronous stuff to do instead of synchronous, which means we will not ever, as a class, meet for required attendance, anytime during the semester. That being said, you will have plenty of time to get to talk to me, get to talk to your classmates if you want to. Number one, I'm holding 6 hours of office hours this semester, which is more than I normally do. But I wanted to make sure that people had access to me if you have any questions. And it's kind of easy holding office hours because they're on Zoom. And so when you go to our course webpage, you'll find the Zoom link at the top of the page, at the welcome page. And so Monday and Wednesday from 9 until 11, and then Tuesdays from 12 to 2, I will be holding office hours. During those office hours, you will be able to pop in if you want to and say hello, introduce yourself, ask me questions, and you can come and go. There might be a time, because I have nearly 200 students this semester, and so there might be a time when I'm already meeting with someone else in Zoom. And so if that happens, you will be put into a waiting room, and then you'll get a message that says the host will let you enter in a few minutes. If I'm with a student, I'll, answer whatever questions they have, and then, let them know, hey, I've got someone waiting. And then they will leave the room, and then I'll let you enter the room. And so you'll always have one-on-one time with me, but you might not have uninterrupted time with me during regular office hours. So what is really great about Zoom is that we can schedule office hours pretty much anytime you need to. My schedule is pretty flexible except for Thursdays. Thursdays are kind of tough for me, especially in the afternoon, but most Thursdays and Friday mornings actually are kind of tough for me. But pretty much every other day of the week, you are welcome to email me and say, hey, can we schedule a time when it's one-on-one and we won't be interrupted. And so it'll be outside of the regular office hours. Please do that if you have something, that you really need to talk to me about that needs to be uninterrupted. So you're welcome to do that I encourage you to do that. The best way to get a hold of me is either during my office hours on Zoom or by email. I don't have a phone this semester because I'm not on campus. I'm not even allowed to go on campus this semester because I'm not teaching on campus. And so just email me if you need to talk to me. And if you want to talk by phone, send me, when you email me, say, hey, this is my phone number. Can you call me on Monday night at 7 or whatever it is? And we can do that. I'm so excited about this class. Okay, so this is a public sociology class, and public sociology is different than most of the other classes that you've taken, because the whole purpose of this class is to really bring sociology to non-sociologists. And so we're going to work with you on how to do that. And so that means the entire semester is going to be dedicated to talking about the topic, which I'll talk about in just a second, talking about the topic, and then learning how to write for the general public, write for non-sociologists. And then for your culminating event, you'll do a short video that is, again, the audience should be the general public, not other sociologists. So that's the whole purpose of this class. With that purpose, it kind of gives me some leeway. Every professor who teaches this class gets to choose the topic that they want to do for this class. And my area of expertise is in, it's kind of a weird area of expertise. And it's just kind of a little bit convoluted. But I have a passion for land use and for disasters. And so since the campfire, and before the campfire, actually, I started researching wildfires and land use and inequality based on where people live, essentially. And so I started researching that 2 years ago, and then the campfire happened. And I've been researching the campfire since then. And so this class is going to be about the sociology of natural disasters. And I'm so really, really, really thrilled to be doing this class. For the past month, I've been like going, oh, I've got to get this article and this article and this video. And I'm so excited to be teaching it because I am one of those people who looks at the community and says, okay, what is going on with the community and how is the environment that they live in influencing their lives? And so I do that with agriculture. I do that with global warming. And with this class, we're going to do it with natural disasters. So we're going to start off the class with a textbook. For the first 8 weeks, we'll use a textbook that talks about the history of researching natural disasters. We're going to learn about what natural disasters are. You may think you know, but I guarantee you haven't thought of all of them. And so we're going to talk about what natural disasters are, and we'll talk about lots of different types of natural disasters. We're going to watch a lot of documentaries, a lot of TED Talks, a lot of YouTube videos. You'll do a lot of reading in this class about natural disasters. Especially for the first 8 weeks, we're really going to kind of have this broad overview of what natural disasters are. And then in week 9, we're going to transition to looking at heat waves for a couple of weeks, which is probably one of the most interesting natural disasters I think there is. I won't give too much away, but we're going to read this book. We're going to read part of a book because it's a pretty big book. We're going to read part of a book called Heat Wave, which chronicles a devastating heat wave in Chicago in the 1990s. And so we'll do that. And then we're going to talk about hurricanes a little bit, Hurricane Sandy, Hurricane Katrina. And then the last 4 weeks of the semester, we're going to get into my territory and literally into my backyard. And we're going to talk about wildfires in the West, which right now, as I'm recording this, California is just in the depths of one of the worst outbreaks of wildfires that we've had. We've been about 5 days now, just completely surrounded by smoke with horrible air quality. There's been 1 million acres burned. wildfires are something that, we grew up with. I grew up here in Chico, or over in Orland actually, but here in the North Valley. And, it's just become the way of life here. And so we're going to be talking, but that's really what it is in the American West now. So we're going to be talking about wildfires, and then we're going to get really specific and talk about the research that I've been doing and the inequity that has been exacerbated by the Camp Fire here in Butte County. So that's how we're going to end the semester. So I'm creating this class as we go along. I've got the first 4 weeks completely done at this point, but I'm really creating this class as we go along and, kind of learning through. But we're going to be doing things like we're going to start off with peer review. I'm going to teach you a little bit about peer review, how to do that, what I expect from you, because when you write for the public, right, it needs to be good. It needs to be dialed in. And so the only real way to do that is by having someone else read your work, critique your work, give it back to you and say, this is what was excellent about it, but these are the things that you need to work on. Every great writer has a better editor working behind that person. And so peer review really is about editing and reviewing and critiquing and making it better. And so we're going to start off with doing peer reviews. We're going to, in a couple weeks, we're going to start doing, you're going to write a letter to the editor to any magazine or newspaper that you really want to. We can talk about that later, but you're going to write a letter to the editor, again, with a peer review process where you're going to write your letter, and then you can have a couple of your classmates look at it and say, this is what's good and this is what could be improved upon. And then we're going to write an opinion editorial, right? An op-ed piece, again, for, there's a lot of newspapers who take op-ed pieces. And so these are a little bit longer pieces, and they are definitely more developed than a letter to the editor. And so you'll do that. And then we're going to start working on a video. That again for public consumption. So you'll be doing a video by yourself at the end of the semester. You're going to do an annotated bibliography for that. You're going to be writing a script for that. It's only got to be 3 or 4 pages, 3 or 4 minutes. So it's going to be a very short script. And then you're going to produce that using Adobe Spark at the end of the semester. This is the second semester I've been using Adobe Spark, and I am in love with it. Oh my God, the quality of stuff, so good. And so all of my classes are doing Adobe Spark videos this year, and so I'm really excited about that. This class is going to be about getting to know you, getting to know your classmates, and getting to know natural disasters, and then how to talk to the public about those natural disasters. The syllabus is online already, and so you can see when everything is due. You can kind of see what we're going to be doing. It feels like a lot. I promise we'll get through it. I do have everything is going to be organized in weekly modules, and so I've got week 1 up. I'll have week 2 up by the end of tonight. And I'm just kind of working through those. By the end of the week, I'll have half the semester done, and so you'll have plenty of time to get things done. Trying to think of what else I need to talk to you about. I don't know. Make sure and watch your My Grades. Make sure and watch the class calendar. Look at the syllabus, and every week pop into your weekly modules, and you'll be able to see what is required of you every single week. I try to make my classes accessible. I try to make it so you aren't confused about what's happening, and that you're just getting the information and kind of thinking about the information. So that's all I have. I want to say welcome. I am so incredibly thrilled about this class because wildfires and natural disasters and inequality are they're at the core of what I do and what I research and the people that I talk to. And so I'm so excited to bring my research to you later on in the semester, and so excited to introduce you to this topic that you may not have thought about before, the sociology of natural disasters through public sociology. Anyway, I've taken up so much of your time. You are so awesome, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you. Oh, by the way, I don't like doing this type of lecture. It just drives me crazy. So for this class, probably every other week, I'll do a little bit of a lecture and I'll put it up. It'll be closed captioned, all those other things. Or I might do a podcast. I supplement this class though with a lot of other videos and a lot of other activities. I supplement all my classes that way, so that way you don't have to listen to me for 2.5 hours a week. I'm not that interesting. I'm not that funny. Although Darth Vader is pretty cool. He's my new coworker. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Have a great week, and email me if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you soon.